We are ranking the 8 most popular coffee creamer brands from worst to best, based on what is actually inside the bottle, including ingredients, taste, texture, and overall value. From familiar pantry staples hiding controversial additives to premium plant-based options that promise a cleaner cup, some of these might just surprise you. Which creamer tops the list, and which one should you avoid at all costs? Let us kick off the countdown with number 8. Coffeemate Original Powdered Creamer lands at the bottom of the list for one reason: what is actually inside the jar. The first ingredient is corn syrup solids, which means you are starting your day with refined sugar, not cream. Right behind that comes hydrogenated vegetable oil, a highly processed fat that has been at the center of health warnings for years. Hydrogenated oil is a major red flag. This powdered creamer became a staple because it is cheap, about $4.99 for a 16-ounce canister, and it never needs refrigeration. That convenience comes with a catch. Even though the label claims 0 grams of trans fat per serving, US law lets companies round down anything under half a gram. That label detail matters. If you use 3 servings in a big mug, you could be getting up to 1.5 grams of trans fat in a single day. That is a problem because there is no safe level of industrial trans fat, according to FDA and WHO guidance. Countries like Denmark and Switzerland have strict trans fat limits that forced products like this to be reformulated or pulled from shelves. So while the price is low, the real cost might show up in your cholesterol numbers. The bottom line is this product ranks last for relying on outdated, ultra-processed ingredients and a labeling loophole that can hide what you are really pouring into your cup. International Delight French Vanilla promises a sweet, creamy coffee experience, but a look at the label tells a different story. The main ingredients are water, sugar, and palm oil, with no real cream in sight. Each tablespoon delivers 5 grams of added sugar. If you pour 2 tablespoons into each of 2 morning coffees, that adds up to 20 grams of sugar before lunch, about 80% of the American Heart Association daily limit for women. Men do not fare much better, burning through more than half their recommended cap. The sugar rush comes with a thick texture thanks to carrageenan, a seaweed-derived additive that some studies have linked to digestive inflammation, though the science is still debated. Palm oil is another main ingredient. Palm oil brings a hefty dose of saturated fat, which nutrition experts say can raise LDL cholesterol when consumed in excess. At $3.99 for a 32-ounce bottle, it is budget-friendly, but the real cost comes from empty calories and a long list of additives. That is why International Delight French Vanilla lands low on the list. It tastes like dessert, but it is a sugar bomb with little nutritional value. So delicious French Vanilla Coconut Creamer grabs attention on the shelf with its coconut branding and a premium price tag, about $9.99 for a carton. But a closer look at the ingredient list tells a different story. Instead of just coconut cream and water, you will find pea protein, potassium citrate, gel and gum, and a parade of additives that seem more at home in a chemistry set than a breakfast table. These additives raise real questions about how processed this product really is. The label says French vanilla, but there is no real vanilla, only natural flavors. Reviewers consistently call out the weak performance in coffee. Even with a generous pour, the color barely changes, and the flavor is so faint that some say it is like adding nothing at all. For a product meant to deliver creamy coconut richness, the result is thin and watery, leaving both taste buds and wallets underwhelmed. That long ingredient list and disappointing taste make it hard to justify the high price, especially when simpler, cleaner options exist. Nutpods. French vanilla steps into the middle of the pack with a promise that is hard to ignore. A clean label and 0 grams of sugar. The ingredient list is short, just water, coconut cream, almonds, and natural flavors, earning praise from the Center for Science and the Public Interest as a top pick for low-calorie, unsweetened creamers. Each tablespoon adds only 10 calories to your cup, making it a go-to for anyone watching their sugar or calorie intake. But there are a few trade-offs to consider. Once opened, a carton needs to be finished within 7 to 10 days, which can be tough if you do not drink coffee daily. Reviews often mention a thin, almost watery texture that does not quite deliver the richness of half and half. Some users also pick up on a subtle bitterness or a faint nutty aftertaste. At about $6.49 for a 25.4 ounce carton, it sits at a mid to high price point for plant-based creamers. Nutpods French Vanilla stands out for its simple ingredients and health profile, but the experience in the cup is not as creamy or satisfying as some hope. Chobani Sweet Cream stands out in a crowded field by getting back to basics. The ingredient list is refreshingly short, just milk, cream, cane sugar, natural flavor, and a pinch of salt. There are no oils, gums, or hard-to-pronounce additives, just real dairy that delivers the classic mouthfeel coffee drinkers crave. Taste tests consistently highlight its rich, creamy texture, which coats coffee with the kind of body you would expect from a traditional half and half. At about $4.99 for a 24-ounce bottle, it is competitively priced against both mainstream and premium options. The trade-off comes with the added sugar. Each tablespoon adds a few grams of sugar, so a couple of generous pours can add up quickly, especially for those watching their sugar intake. Still, for anyone who values authentic dairy flavor and a label they can actually understand, Chobani Sweet Cream offers a simple, satisfying experience that puts it ahead of many plant-based and ultra-processed rivals. Califia Farms Organic Brown Sugar Almond Creamer claims a top 3 spot with a formula that is as simple as it gets: just organic almond milk, organic brown sugar, baking soda, and organic natural flavor. The USDA organic seal on the bottle is not just for show. Every ingredient is certified, and you will not find any gums, added oils, or artificial additives here. This creamer stands out for what it leaves out as much as what it puts in. There is no long list of stabilizers or mystery thickeners, and yet it manages to blend smoothly into both hot and iced coffee with no separation or weird texture. The brown sugar brings a mellow, caramel-like sweetness that actually tastes like something you would add at home, not a candy factory. At about $5.99 for a 25.4 ounce bottle, it is a little pricier than mainstream options, but the organic certification and clean label make the premium feel justified. For anyone looking to upgrade their coffee with a touch of real flavor and minimal fuss, this creamer delivers on both taste and simplicity. Califia Farms, Better Half Unsweetened, delivers a rare combination in the creamer aisle. It is a plant-based blend that actually feels like half and half, but with a fraction of the calories. Each 2 tablespoon pour adds just 15 calories, compared to the 99 calories you would get from the same amount of full-fat coconut milk. The secret is a mix of almond milk and coconut cream, which gives it a thick, creamy texture that stands up in both hot and iced coffee. There is no added sugar, so you are in full control of sweetness. And the ingredient list skips controversial thickeners like carrageenan, an additive some brands still use, but many consumers avoid. Reviews from home baristas and everyday coffee drinkers call out how smoothly it blends, avoiding the separation and watery feel that drag down other plant-based options. At about $5.49 for a 32-ounce carton, it costs more than dairy, half and half, but less than many specialty creamers. For anyone searching for a rich dairy-free creamer that will not spike your calorie count or overwhelm your cup with additives, Better Half Unsweetened sets a high bar. Only one creamer in this ranking manages to top it, and that comes down to an even simpler formula. Califia Farms Unsweetened Almond Creamer stands out for what it leaves out as much as what it puts in. The ingredient list is refreshingly short: almond milk made from water and almonds, a touch of natural flavor, and minor stabilizers like gel and gum. There is no added sugar, no hydrogenated oils, and no carrageenan, just a plant-based formula that has earned Best Bite status from the Center for Science in the public interest. Taste test panels and homebrewers alike praise its neutral, creamy flavor that blends smoothly into both hot and iced coffee. The absence of sugar means you control the sweetness, and the mild almond profile does not overpower your cup. At around $5.99 for a 25.4 ounce bottle, it hits a sweet spot for value, especially considering it is widely stocked at major grocery chains and even big box retailers nationwide. For anyone looking to upgrade their coffee routine with a simple, reliable swap, This creamer delivers on taste, health, and convenience, earning its place at the very top of the list. Across all 8 creamers, one pattern stands out: simplicity wins. The fewer the additives and sugars, the cleaner the cup, and the better for your health. In the world of coffee creamers, what you leave out matters just as much as what you pour in. Choose wisely. Which creamer is in your fridge?